Hello and welcome to Freelance Duck Hunting. Today I'm going to be showing you two series from the recent Flint Oak AKC Master Test. So I recorded two of the three series. Let's go ahead and jump into the land series right now. So the land series was a triple with two blinds. Start out with a flyer right down the middle, then a short mark off to the right, then a little farther mark off to the left, two blinds, one off to the left, kind of through this little keyhole, two trees, and then one off to the right, in between Mark 1 and Mark 2. They did not care which order you picked up the blinds. So that was this first test. This was about a 90 dog hunt test. I think the cap was 100, ended up being 90 dogs competing. So I've got Georgie from Flatlander Kennels. So let's go ahead and jump into this first series right now. Coming out of the holding blind. Georgie was actually a little calmer than normal on this day. Flyer. Look at that little creep. That's one thing I'm really having problems with, is I can't get her to creep in training. But she does an hunt test. Although she does not see this mark at all. Doesn't even know it's there whatsoever.
Heel.
Rehealer.
Georgie.
So this creeping has been a problem that I've been having, and I can't seem to get her to creep in training. So we've got some ideas. We're going to try to get a bunch of dogs together and see if we can do it. The creeping started when we moved over to the AKC, and it's something that's been a real problem since we've been doing AKC. I over-talked her when I did HRC. Too many sits, too many heels. So when we moved over to the AKC and my verbal cues went away, she started this creeping. And so that really cost her on this one, because she couldn't see my body swing. So she has no idea about this mark off to the left. So right now my plan is just to run it like a blind, which it's certainly not ideal using a handle on the very first series, but she has no idea it's even there at all.
Hold it. And sit.
All right, line her up. See what she can do. I want you guys to weigh in here on this one. I'm going to stop this in a second. So she took really good line to start with. Now, right. Boom. Now, here's my question for you guys. Should I have stopped her there? Let's watch that again real quick. I could have let her keep rolling to see what she's going to do, but I didn't want her to split that tree on the left side. If she splits that tree on the left side, I felt like I could have a lot of problems getting her out of that situation if she splits that tree on the left side. So watch it again here. Should I have let her keep rolling to see what she does with that? Because if she breaks right there, she's probably picking up the mark without me using the whistle. But I just didn't want her. So in the comments, let me know. Should I have whistled there, or should I have let her roll? But I felt pretty good because she did a great cast. Even though I used my handle, I was very pleased with how she ran that blind. Looking back, I just don't know. I'm gonna ask Chris Jobman of Flatlander Kennels with the podcast. We've got a Flatlander Kennels podcast with Chris Jobman. Also, I talk extensively about this hunt test on the North American Waterfowler podcast as well. I've got both of those podcasts. So I would call that one a cast refusal right there. But then she takes this well. So I'd say one cast refusal in there. Not the best line, but not horrible. That leaves us with one more blind. Right through those trees, which is a decent little blind. I thought this was a fun setup. I liked this test. I think maybe she's lined up pretty good. Maybe I was a little late on the whistle there. Nice cast, Georgie. Now, this was very common. Dogs were getting hung up in that stuff all day long. But nice cast out of that. Little off to the right, letting her roll. Should I have hit the whistle there before? Was she a little too far to the right? Should I hit the whistle? I don't know. I was letting her get past that road. And there we go. That was the first series. So, you know, I didn't feel great about it. I didn't feel horrible. I don't like using a handle in the first series for sure. But her not seeing it, I thought we got out of that pretty well. So let's take a break real quick here. I want to show you some B-roll that I took of this area, Flint Oak. This took place at Flint Oak, and this is just such a wonderful, cool place. They say, if you're in the hunt test up, this is the place to take your wife. We had the best weekend where you have dinners at night from a 5-star chef. They've got the lounge area. So Flint Oak is just a class place, and it is such a fun event every single year to get to bring my wife to this event and hang out. If you ever get a chance to go there, they've got sporting clays, trap, 5-stand. Man, it's just such an amazing place. So if you ever get a chance to go to Flint Oak, make sure that you do that. This video is brought to you by Rogers and Final Approach. You can get some incredible flocked mallard decoys from Final Approach, fabrand.com. I've been using them for a couple of years, and they are beautiful, fantastic looking decoys. fabrand.com, or all of your waterfowl or outdoor gear, dog stuff, Rogers Sporting Goods. They're a class production. So any of your hunting and fishing needs, go to Rogers Decoys, go to Final Approach. All right, let's go ahead and jump into now the second series. Now, in the second series, Georgie has the tendency to be a little bit cheaty. And there's a particular mark in here that I knew that she was going to have some problems on, or I thought she might have some problems on, and a lot of dogs were struggling with it. So let's take a look at this particular setup. You're going to start coming out of the holding blind. There's going to be a walk up. Bird comes out over the left, and this short mark was actually giving dogs more problems than you would think because of the tall grass. So you've got the walk up. Then you had a mark off to the right. So you got 2 pieces of water there. The line is to directly go through both pieces of water to get at the back end and get the bird. And the judges did make it clear this is a watermark. And in my mind, that means I want my dog to hit at least 1 piece of water. Because before I go through these hunt tests, I try to evaluate what am I going to do? And I don't want to make handling decisions at the last second. I want to pre-think it. So in my mind, on that mark, if she misses the first piece of water, I'm going to stop her and force her into the second piece. Even though I've already used 1 handle, I would rather use my second handle than to have her totally miss the water on the watermark. And again, comment in the comments section. What do you think? Is it better to use the second handle and have her completely miss the water, or than to have her completely miss the water? Which one is preferable? In my mind, I'm like, if she hits the first piece of water and gets out and cheats the second piece, I'm going to let her go. I want her to hit 1 piece of water. And so that was my thought going into this. After that mark, then you've got 1 straight down the middle of this setup, and there are no blinds on this particular series. And then you do have the honor. So let's go ahead and check this one out.
Honor dog ready?
Georgie was a little calmer overall this weekend than normal, which I was very, very pleased about. Less vocal and a little calmer. And I felt a little calmer, so surprise, she was a little calmer. Because as handlers, you know that they're little sponges for our emotions. Flyer comes out here. I mean, the walk up. There's that creep. There There it is again. If you have any suggestions as far as ways to address that creeping, in my mind, I just have to get her to replicate it in training and then correct her. Because right now, she only does it in the hunt test. So I've got to find a way to clean it up. And now we're going to handle the walk-up bird. She was locked on. Now this bird landed right on the corner of the gun. So I started getting a little nervous right there. That was an unfortunate bird placement.
It was close. I didn't think you literally meant it. I was watching on and I just saw it out of the corner of my eye. I was like, what was that? It was right off the corner. I didn't think. Hold it.
I love it when I get her back and she's looking straight at it, and I know that she's locked on to where it is. It's a good feeling.
Georgie!
Look, right there. Makes a bad choice. I thought she's gonna hit the water. And she just doesn't. So I hit the whistle late. Now I'm in a really bad place. Cast refusal. I'm really scared right now because I feel like if she doesn't get in water, that she's not going to the third series. Again, boom. Now I'm really freaking out. We're in a horrible place right here. I let her really get in close there, and thank you, Georgie. After that second cast refusal, in my mind, I'm like, I don't think we're getting out of this. I mean, she was so far over there. I did not think we were getting out of there. And I brought her forward a little bit farther. And thank God that cast saved us right to the bird. So now after 2 series, we've got 2 handles and some cast refusals here. So I'm not letting her get away with cheating on the way back because this next series is the water. And I'm worried she's going to be even more cheaty if I let her come on the way back. And even though she doesn't handle this last corner very well, at least she still hits water a little bit. I just want her to hit the water on the way back because I don't want to get in her mind going into the last water series that she can cheat. And I don't have the honor on video, though we didn't video it. She cheated a little bit, or she crept a little bit on the honor, a little more than I would like. That's my main concern. So that's all I've got for you today. I wish that I had the third and final series for you. She did fine on it. She did have a little problems with one mark that she had to finally found it, but they did pass her through. So I didn't handle on the last one. It was an all water test. So anyway, thank you for watching these. I would love it if you would comment and tell me what your thoughts are, things that you think that you see that I could do better. Should I have handled her on the mark on the first series? Did I handle her properly on this water blind on the second? I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. And don't forget, you can hear a full breakdown of this test on the North American Waterfowler podcast or my other podcast, the Flatlander Kennels podcast with Chris Jobman. You can hear all things dog training from one of the best dog trainers in North America. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I'll be putting out some more content as we move through and try to obtain our AKC master title. That was pass number 4. We need 2 more to the title, and our ultimate goal is to qualify for the Master National Amateur next spring. So we've got some work to do. But thank you for being here and checking this video out. Until next time, don't forget any of your outdoor needs or decoy needs, Rogers or Final Approach. Thank you guys for watching.